Hey, what up, Laker Nation and rest of NBA fans, man? Welcome to the live stream, the live breakdown NBA free agency special with yours truly, Dtlf, man. Ready to break every single news breakdown, every little signing that happens during this hour or so that I'm on. I will break it down, react with you guys at the same time. So I'm very much looking forward to it, man. How's it going, guys? Just got off the gym and I rushed home as quick as I could to get here, man, just in time. We're hearing all kinds of crazy rumors already. We're already hearing that Dwight Howard and Danny Green are very likely, right? It looks like we're trying to put the band back together again. And as I always like to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're also hearing rumors that unfortunately Alex Caruso could be gone. Still too early, but man, he said, let's go Lakers. I'm hyped, guys. I can't believe this is about to happen right now. All your notifications should be on. We got the first breaking news, all right? Lonzo Ball has agreed to a 4-year, $85 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. I think that's a move everybody saw. You know, Shams first reported it. So that's the first free agent move. Congratulations to Lonzo. I'm not sure if the Pelicans are going to match or try to do a sign and trade. He is a restricted free agent after all, but that's the first one, man. 4-year, $85 million for Lonzo Ball, man. So very happy for him. You know, he's one of the few Lakers that hadn't got paid yet, and he just did. So congratulations to Lonzo on signing that 4-year, $85 million deal with the Bulls. Great look with him and Zach LaVine in the backcourt. You know, you're going to have Vucevic in the paint. That's a very formidable team. Now, I could very much see the Pelicans trying to match this and get some value in return, but who knows? They might not want to pay any player who's returning back from the Bulls that much, so they might just let him go. But yeah, that's pretty much the first news of the day. That's crazy, right? Lonzo Ball to the Bulls. What do you guys think of that? He said it just hit 3. That's how it is, man. Let me tell you something. These deals are being done behind closed doors before you even hear it. So I'm just refreshing my timeline right now. But yeah, Lonzo to the Bulls, and I will retweet it for my Twitter followers out there. That way, if they're not watching this video, they can go ahead and tune in. But Lonzo to the Bulls is the first pin to drop, which is interesting, right? Here's another one. Free agent Tim Hardaway Jr. has agreed to a 4-year, $72 million deal to return to the Dallas Mavericks. So that one was in the works as well. I'm not shocked, to be honest with you. You know, that's not any bangers or anything like that. Will Barton. There's a third one. Will Barton will sign with Denver for 2 years, $32 million. So, you know, a lot of free agents are going to go back. Mike Conley has agreed to a 3-year, $68 million deal to return with the Utah Jazz. So already, that's 4. That's 4 right off the top. Oh my goodness, man! As soon as the clock struck, we got all kinds of crazy news coming in. Okay, NBA free agency is officially underway. Crazy, guys, crazy. Free agent center Boban Marjanovic has agreed to a deal to re-sign with the Dallas Mavericks. So Dallas is just re-upping their guys straight up. They're not even making any splashes yet. They're trying to make sure they bring back their key pieces, which is good because Tim Hardaway Jr., very solid piece, man. She said, thanks, D, for bringing it once again. I got you guys, man. I got you guys right here, man. Just scrolling down the timeline, trying to see as soon as the news breaks, I will give you guys the breakdown right here. I'm a Bulls fan. Congratulations, bro. You got yourself a nice young player, man, who I think still hasn't seen his best day. So that's huge, right? That is huge. Let's see if a pin drops for the Lakers right now. I expect one of the first names to be called Carmelo. Another one of the names to be called Dwight Howard. Now we've been hearing that those are surefire, free agents. He said tampering, dude. That's always gone on. Forget about tampering. The NBA, they always do behind closed doors deals. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys think that the recruiting wasn't already done, it was done far ahead of time. Far ahead of time. Who the hell wants Dennis? I don't know. I think he made a huge mistake by not signing that contract extension. It's going to come back to bite him potentially, but you never know. There could be a team out there crazy enough to give it to him, like for reals. He said, let's go Lakers. All right, who do you guys want? Guys, give me some, spam the chat right now. Let's send some positive vibes, and hopefully we can, get somebody you guys want out here. I'm happy for Lonzo. Me too, Laker girl. Oh, my goodness. I think it's a great fit. I'm glad he didn't go to the Flippers or anybody like that, and I can still cheer for him personally, So far it's been the Marjanovic. It's been Tim Hardaway Jr., Mike Conley, and Lonzo Ball are the first 4 official signings early in the free agency. What do you guys think so far? The Lonzo Ball one's not a shocker. We've been hearing about that one for quite some time. But let's see. People want Melo. Patty Mills, Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield, I've been hearing there's still a chance that the Lakers could work out a deal for Buddy Hield. So I'm not sure exactly. Dwight Howard, I see you. Carmelo Anthony, I'd love that. I'd love that, to be honest with you guys, especially after losing Kuz. I think Carmelo would fit, that glass slipper perfectly. How you been, Danny? I'm doing good. Pedro, thanks for asking, bro. How you doing, man? Very excited about this free agency. Trying to see if anything crazy breaks for our Lakers right off the top. I'm kind of shocked one of the first moves hasn't been to the Lakers so far. That must mean a ton of free agents are trying to get over here, and the Lakers probably have their pick of the litter, man. But, yeah, those are the early moves, guys. Those are the ones. And so far, nothing mind-blowing as of right now. Again, if you guys have been following me on Twitter, I've been retweeting a bunch of Lonzo stuff. I think a lot of people knew that he was going to go to Chicago Bulls, and that's probably where he's going to end up because yes, he's restricted, but I see it becoming really hard for the Pelicans to match that deal. 85 mil for 4 years. Breaking: the Heat have agreement in place to acquire Kyle Lowry. So that's crazy. All right, now, again, this is another rumor that we were hearing that has officially, unofficially, but unofficially become legit. So Kyle Lowry going to the Miami Heat. It's a good acquisition for sure. It's a very good acquisition. Now, do I think it moves the needle and puts you guys as Eastern Conference champs? Miami Heat fans, not quite yet. Now, if they get DeRozan, now we can have that conversation. But as of right now, Kyle Lowry, very good addition, but nothing that really moves the needle like that for me. Jimmy Butler's expected. Breaking news: Jimmy Butler's expected to agree to a maximum contract extension with the Miami Heat. So they mean business, They're signing their superstar. They're trying to bring in Kyle Lowry. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked at all if all of a sudden they turn around and they try to get DeMar DeRozan like that. That would not be a shocker. Now, I would be shocked if the Lakers end up acquiring him somehow. I don't think there's a possibility there. But the names to look out for: Rudy Gay, Dwight Howard, Carmelo, even Otto Porter. If that. Now, we heard late as of today that the Nets were the front runners, but Caruso's not officially gone yet, Kevin, but it's a 50-50 on AC Fresh, man. There's a 50-50 chance. Butler's max contract expected to be 4 years in excess of $184 million. So, my goodness, this brother's getting paid, man, and rightfully so. He took him to the finals. He did that. Good for him, and I love to see good people get paid. I love it, especially when they earned it, man. When they've been working hard, late draft pick, went to the Bulls, eventually ended up with Miami. It's a beautiful thing. You guys have any questions, any predictions? Hey, what's up, bro? He said Lonzo went to the Bulls. Yes, sir. We already broke it down. It's a very good acquisition. I'm happy for ZO2, man. I'm happy for ZO2. I love to see ex-Lakers getting paid. They all gotten paid. I think he was the last one left, right? I think he was the last one that needed to get paid. So just keep scrolling. I keep scrolling the timeline trying to see if any Laker news comes up, man. I'll be here for about an hour or maybe more, depending on the news. Just breaking everything down with you guys, man. Hey, what's up, Omar? What's up, bro? What's your take on Kawhi taking meetings? Do you think he is leaving? You know what? Kawhi is impossible to gauge. He's just such a weird dude. All right. But if Uncle Dennis is involved, anything's possible. Uncle Dennis probably needs a new house and a car to go with that new house. So anything's possible. And I think if he's taking meetings, there's trouble in paradise. If the right meeting comes along, I even heard a report that he'd be interested in signing with the Suns. I don't see how. They don't have cap space, but you never know. So the Chicago Bulls, signing says the Chicago Bulls are sending Thomas Stronowski, Garrett Temple, and a second-round pick to New Orleans for Lonzo Ball, who's signing. So it was a signing trade. Nice. So it's official, Bulls fans. Celebrate, man. Celebrate. You guys get Lonzo Ball. Nice little backcourt with him and Zach LaVine. They're going to wreak havoc, man. Now, I wonder what's going to happen to your other guard, Kobe White, because I like him too. But does he become a sixth man or what? You don't pay Lonzo Ball that much money to bench him. That's for sure. Excuse me. I'm proud of our former Lakers to see where they've gone since they left and spread their wings. It's just heartwarming. It's a beautiful thing, man. It is a beautiful thing to see. And you know what? I love to say it, but we were right about them. We knew they were going to be something special. And so far, man, about 90% of them have panned out. So I'm very happy. Very, very happy about it. My boy said, Bulls are making very sneaky good moves. Absolutely. Lonzo Ball is no scrub. This guy's going to come in here. He's a triple-double threat every night. He's somebody who's improved his shooting. He can attack the basket and finish with better consistency than when he first came in the league. And he's a very selfless player who's going to make teammates around him better, Free agent Jermichael Green has agreed to a 2-year, $17 million deal to return to the Denver Nuggets. So a lot of this stuff is the little fish, right? The biggest fish that has dropped so far has been Lonzo and Kyle Lowry, right? Obviously, both with the Heat having a deal in place to acquire him. So that's awesome. But we're still waiting for the big ones, man. The big fish, DeMar DeRozan, Otto Porter Jr., Dwight Howard. Man, if we could get Dwight Howard back. Now, the rumor is Dwight Howard and Danny Green, Lakers want to put the band back together. I would not mind that at all because Danny Green is a 3-and-D guy, even though he's inconsistent at times. He still plays excellent defense. And Dwight Howard, his rim protection, man, if it ain't broke, do not fix it, right? And so I'm hoping we do get at least Dwight. And, I mean, a lot of people want Patty Mills. I would not mind him at all. He's an excellent shooter off the bench. He's a nice little floor general, and he's somebody who's going to put in work. He fights through screens to play defense. He does all the little things. So I'm not sure if he would take the mid-level exception, but if he does, that's a definite steal. But we'll see, guys. Still early in free agency. All right, here it is. Oh, Nerlens Noel is returning back to the New York Knicks on a 3-year, $32 million deal. So congratulations to the Knicks. They got themselves a very nice rim protector, which they already had. A lot of this stuff is people re-upping. So, again, we're waiting for the splashes. Come on, Woj. Come on, Woj. Announce Carmelo to the Lakers already. Dang it. He said, no Danny Green, please. I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy if we sign him, but can he do a lot worse than Danny Green? I don't think so. And he was excellent for the Sixers at times. Again, he's inconsistent, but he's a veteran. He's capable of making big plays. He's going to get a lot more wide open shots with Russell Westbrook on the team, as well as LeBron and a bunch of playmakers. So anything can happen. There it is. Restricted free agent Jarrett Allen has just agreed to a 5-year, $100 million deal to re-sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's huge. That's huge for Jarrett Allen. Let me tell you why. Jarrett Allen is not a modern-day big who can stretch the floor and do things. Now, he's really nice in the paint. He's a great hustle guy. He's a rim protector. He's an athlete, very bouncy, can finish around the basket. But it's a huge win for him to be a $100 million player and not have a jump shot in today's modern-day NBA. It's huge, man. So congratulations for him. Very happy for him. Okay, Alec Burke and the Knicks agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Whoo, man. And he balled out for the Knicks. He definitely balled out for the Knicks. So I'm very happy for him. And he very well deserved. Alec Burks is a nice piece for the Knicks right there. He said a little overpaid. That's what I'm saying. Jarrett Allen did really, really well for himself. He said, Melo to the Lakers. Just kidding, Dan. Now, I got the news as it breaks right here, guys. Trust me. I'm scrolling down every second down my timeline. I'm following Woj, Shams, Jordan Schultz, Hoops Hype, everybody. So anything breaks, I got you guys. He said, breaking news, Dtlf has agreed to a lifetime deal to be the home of the true Laker fans. I appreciate you, man. That's really kind of you to say. Absolutely. You guys got me here for life, man. No matter what happens, you got me here. But yeah, $100 million for Jarrett Allen, guys. Well deserved. Well, especially you're playing in Cleveland. They got to overpay for their players. Straight up. Like you're going to stay in Cleveland for a long time. You better get paid properly. Happy for Lonzo. I'm very, very happy for Lonzo as well. You said nice sweater. It's a shirt, brother. But thank you, man. Thank you, guys. It's the Got Banners, and there's a 17 championship. Shout out to Mookie for the shirt, man. You guys have blessed the kid for real. He said too much. Kawhi is a snake. Oh, we know that. We've been know that, though. Where's the Lakers news at? I'm waiting, bro. I'm here live waiting, anticipating. I'm going to be on for an hour, but if something breaks after that hour, I'm coming right back on to break it all down with you guys. For now, I'm here for like the next, 50 minutes or so. Lowry to the Heat, Dan. Yeah, that's a really good acquisition from them. They get their floor general. They get their shot maker. He's a little on the older side. So, we'll see how that translates over. But him with Jimmy Butler and the role players they already have, Bam Adebayo, guys like that, that's going to be a very formidable team in the East. They're still a piece away, in my opinion, to make it out of the East because you still got Brooklyn over there. You got Milwaukee, who just won the championship, and Philly looking to improve. So we'll see. Ooh, a good free agent just came off the board, guys. Bad news. Somebody Laker Nation was interested in just came off the board. Free agent Kelly Olynyk has agreed to a 3-year, $37 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. So that was all about the cashing out. That's what that was about. That really wasn't about fit or nothing. He just said, "Let me get the bag. Let me get the goods while the getting is good, man." So he did that. Okay, congratulations, Kelly Olynyk. But he's going to basketball Siberia to play, man, in Detroit. There's going to be a little bit more eyeballs on the Pistons this year because they got the number 1 overall pick. Obviously, Cade Cunningham. So that's going to be interesting. But at the end of the day, nothing that moves the needle like that with Kelly Olynyk. My boy just texted me. He said Lonzo Ball. Yeah, me and my friend are a good Lonzo Ball fans, so we're happy to see him go to the Bulls. Very happy. He said, "Proud of Lonzo, Dan. He got his bag." Yes, sir. Well deserved. 85 mil. That's no joke. That's what I'm talking about. Big baller brand right there, baby. But yeah, Kelly Olynyk is the latest casualty to go to the Detroit Pistons. It'll be interesting to see the little fit there. They already got Jeremy Grant, who's really nice. Cade Cunningham, amongst other young core players. So they're going to be a little more interesting, but nothing moves the needle yet, guys. Nothing that moves the needle yet. The big fish still on the market. Lakers, no news yet. 15 minutes into free agency, and it feels eternal because I'm waiting for that purple and gold. He said, yeah. He said, "What the hell is ESPN doing? Dan, you got all the news. The Jump is blabbing their mouth." I got you, bro. I got you guys. I'm telling you, man. This is the new ESPN. I'm not gonna say that because they'll probably come after me legally. But yeah, if you want strict basketball, this is why we got it over here, bro. Yeah, Conley staying with Utah. We already broke that down. Obviously, that one's kind of predictable. I didn't see a huge market for Conley outside of Utah, especially since he dealt with injury. So he's gonna take what they give, right? And he got paid. So congratulations to him. But we still got the big fish here on the market, man. And we're out here fishing. Rob Pelinka's out here fishing. Now he must be working on something big because if not, I think some of the smaller signings would have happened already. Maybe we're still working on the whole Buddy Hill situation and all that. And all of that. So we'll see. I'm still scrolling, guys. I got you guys. He said Caruso might be gone. That would be very unfortunate. We would hate to lose Alex Caruso, AC Fresh, a huge fan favorite, man. But, if he gets paid, I'm not going to be mad because he deserves it. All right. We're talking about a kid who came straight from the G League, and worked his way up to the Lakers squad. And eventually he made his mark even in the playoffs. So, okay. So we got another one. The Pacers have come to terms with TJ McConnell. League sources tell Indy. Okay, so Pacers, a lot of role players re-upping back with their regular team. So nothing huge. The biggest thing so far, Kyle Lowry going to the Heat and Lonzo Ball going to the Chicago Bulls. Those are the two biggest things that we have talked about so far as of right now. He said, if Kawhi Leonard is smart, he goes to Dallas. Yeah, that would be a huge fit for Kawhi Leonard. I'm not even going to lie. And it would be a problem because they're in the Western Conference. But yeah, I mean, Kawhi Leonard has options. If he's really smart, he'll leave the Clippers. If he's really, really, really smart. If he's just in it for the money or whatever, then maybe he might stay. I don't know. Honestly, he's so unpredictable. I think he's from Mars or something because I don't speak his language. And I damn sure can't read his body language. Nobody can. I don't even think his mom knows what he likes. So, yeah, I don't know. He said, what? Why would we lose Caruso? He is the freshest Laker ever. Unfortunately, because, he might want to get paid a little more than what the Lakers think he's worth, especially if they're pursuing other free agents. That's probably going to be an issue because let me tell you this. A bummy team like the Cavs can throw him a $15 million contract and we'd be crazy to match. Crazy. Now, I'm not saying he's not worth it, but we need other players as well. We need guys taking veteran minimums. We need guys doing other stuff. However, I've been hearing that Taylor Horton-Tucker, no matter what they offer him, they're going to lock him up, and rightfully so. The kid is only 21. He has, he has insane amount of potential. Like he's just dripping with potential. He said, Dan, please no Green. I'm not opposed to Danny Green. I know he was inconsistent with us year one, but, he shows spurts when he could be really deadly. And that could definitely help the Lakers out, especially with his defense. He plays solid defense. He said, Dan, where's all the clowns that said that the Pelicans won the AD trade? those kids were like 10 years old, man. They clearly didn't know what they were talking about. Anybody who thinks the Pelicans won the the AD trade, I told you guys from the moment we grabbed AD, yes, I love the young core, but I'm all about team first, and this is the best thing we could have done because it guarantees us at least one championship. But I think there's more on the way with Brody here. So again, a couple players off the market. TJ McConnell is off the market. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jermichael Green, Mike Conley, Kelly Olynyk, and Lonzo Ball are the main guys that are off the market that were free agents. Now, obviously, you got Kyle Lowry. I think he's about to agree. They have a deal in place. So, whoa, we just got some crazy news. Okay, Chris Paul undergoes wrist surgery, and he's expected to be ready for training camp. Wow, I didn't see that coming. An injury? And right when he's renegotiating that contract, I don't know, guys. Alex, appreciate you, bro. He says Zion's going to rip the Pelicans. They just can't get it right. The Pelicans, you know what? To me, the Pelicans are one of those franchises that never really wants to compete for championships. They just want to sell tickets to their fans, and they want to bring entertainment. That's what I think, So maybe I'm wrong, but until proven otherwise, I've never seen the Pelicans make a contender-type move. The closest thing to that was bringing in DeMarcus, and even that was questionable because people didn't know how they would fit in together. But, yeah, the Pelicans, to me, are one of those wolf ticket-selling franchises who their fans really, they have loyal fans, so I respect that. But this is kind of karma because their fans, when we traded for AD, were wishing injury upon Anthony Davis. I went on their little forums just to see what they were thinking. I like to see the perspective of different fan bases. And so, they went on there and they were just wishing injury on my boy Anthony Davis. They were saying, let's hope he has a career-ending injury. And I was like, what's wrong with these fans, man? I get it. You're mad because, basically your girlfriend just dumped you for a better man, the Lakers, right? But yeah, you can't wish death or injury upon nobody. Like, that's ridiculous, man. And so at the end of the day, bad karma for wishing injury. He said, who'd you take, Dan, Dwight or Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson has more potential, but if you were looking for playoff experience and a real beast, somebody that should have never left in the first place, that's Dwight Howard. But I like me some Mitchell Robinson. I'm all about young talent, but for the reasons of experience and trying to win a championship now, Dwight. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong either way. And I'm waiting for the news, guys. I'm in here scrolling. I thought about coming at the coming on live at the top of the hour, but then I was like, should I just wait till there's actually Laker news so I don't have you guys here on the cliffhanger? But what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna be here till 4, and if nothing breaks up until then I'm gonna wait. And I'm going to come back whenever it does break Laker related. And then we'll talk about the other stuff that has went through as well. But as of right now, Shams just reporting that the NBA has set the salary cap for the 2022 season effective August. Free agency for $112 million cap and $136 million on the hard cap, it looks like. So that's interesting, right? That's interesting. It's the cap level is about $4 million higher than the previous projection. That's pretty good. I mean, can that help us in free agency? I doubt it. But yeah, I mean, the cap jumped a little bit. That's good. Any news on Buddy Hield? The last thing I heard about Buddy was they were trying to still work out a deal. Now, this could have some validity to it. Maybe that's the reason that we haven't made a free agent signing yet. Rob is very strategic, and he's going to do what he's got to do. So here it is. Kyle Lowry is expected to sign a 3-year deal with the Miami Heat in a sign-and-trade deal. So it looks like it's going to be official, man. Kyle Lowry is going to be a Heatle, all right? He said, bro, Buddy Hield over Westbrook. We screwed up. We have no shooting. James, you can't say we screwed up when the roster only has 4 players, bro. You got to be a little more objective. By the way, Russell Westbrook is a dog. If you're telling me who's the better player between Russell Westbrook and Buddy Hield, who makes a bigger impact, hands down is Russell Westbrook. Forget the shooting. I understand that shooting is an important part of today's modern-day basketball, but it's not the be-all, end-all, right? There's other things you got to do on the court as well. And everything else, Russell Westbrook does it better than Buddy. He said, DeRozan's going to Miami. Bet. Yes, sir. Oh, I don't know about DeRozan going to Miami, but yeah, that could be a probability. That definitely, I could see that as an option if they can somehow find a way to clear that cap for him, for sure. T said, I have this stream turned on via speaker, just waiting while I work. I got you, T. Hey, anything breaks, you guys always know, man. But let's just say I'm offline when the news breaks. I'm going to get right back on, man. No matter what I'm doing, I'm dropping everything and I'm running straight to the live stream, just in case I don't get to cover it here within this hour and a half or so that I'm on live. I might stretch it out a little bit. He said, dang, Dan, so many big threes popping. Vucevic, Zach, Lonzo, Chicago, Butler, Adebayo, and Lowry in Miami. That's what I'm saying. The Lakers knew. This is why people will say, hey, Dan, I thought you were so hard on big three teams and all that and this and that. The Lakers are doing what we have to do to stay relevant. We dealt through hell of adversity and a lot of injuries, and nobody felt sorry for us or made excuses. So now, guess what? I guess we're dealt the hand that we're dealt the cards we were dealt, and we got to make what it do with what we have, and that's what the Lakers are doing. That's why we went out and we grabbed Russell Westbrook because we know he could be a consistent third option for us, and I think he will thrive. Playing a fast break alongside LeBron and AD. I really do. He says shooting threes can come and go. Absolutely. But being a beast never fades. Exactly why I don't get the comment of us failing. It's still early. Look, we got only 4 players under contract. That's it. That means we got tons of roster spots to fill out. Tons of them. Right? At least 11. At least. Offense over defense all day? No. Defense wins championships. I'm sorry. Offense will come. When you have a team like ours, offense is going to come, but defense wins championships. I disagree. Respectfully, sir. He said, from Jamaica, no Danny Green. Hey, what's up, bro? No Danny Green? We don't know. It's just a rumor as of right now. I can't neither deny or confirm it, but I'm not going to be mad if it happens. Danny Green is a very formidable player. Worst case scenario, he's not playing good. He could always get dealt by the trade deadline. You would still get hella value for Danny Green. He's coveted around the league. So that's what you guys have to understand. I'm not going to tell you no Danny Green. I can't predict it. Rob being the shark that he is, everything up his sleeve right now, man. Not a single pin has dropped as far as news for the Lakers. So he could be working on something huge, or he could just really be trying to get everybody in at the same time, whatever the case may be. We have to be here, and we have to be patient. McLemore needs to come back. I'd like to have him back for sure. For sure. Ben McLemore is probably, like I've mentioned many times, he's probably our best shooter as far as spotting up, catching, and shooting since Jody Meeks. Since Jody Meeks under the Mike D'Antoni offense. So it's been a minute. He said, y'all tripping. Danny Green is a good fit. He's a great defender. That's what I'm saying. You got to be open-minded as a Laker fan. Rob Pelinka knows what he's doing even more than us fans. So we have to be open-minded and trust that he'll put together a team that just fits our main core. And that's really all that matters. Danny Green fits our main core. But we're waiting, anticipating. Lonzo to the Bulls. Yes, sir. He said 4 players on contract. One of them is not even playing. All thanks to Mitch Cupcake. He said, and Jim Bust. I forgot about that. But that is the good news, is that, people forget about Lil Dang and us having to stretch his salary. Well, this upcoming year is going to be the last year that his salary is on the books. So that's good news. We're getting at least $4 to $5 mil back off of that. So that's huge because that could be a whole player we sign right there. Kevin King says 136.6 on a tax apron. That's when teams starting to getting taxes. He said the hard cap is 143. Teams can have a sign and trade. Basically, what Kevin is saying is we still have options, right? What about re-signing Wesley Matthews? It is an option. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody else pries him away. But all right, we got another piece of news here. Free agent guard Cameron Payne has agreed to re-sign with the Phoenix Suns on a 3-year, $19 million deal. That's favoritism right there. Obviously, he's happy with the role they gave him. He could have got a little bit more on the open market the way he balled out. What this means is, does this set the market for players like Dennis and Reggie Jackson? Is that around what the market is? Because let's be real, Cameron Payne outplayed Dennis Smith this season in a lesser role. So I don't know what the market for that guy is going to be, but I'm very excited to see. My boy said shooting is overrated. Get the best available players. You know what? I agree with you, Alex. You can always go out there and grab some shooters. If we're struggling early on, there's going to be a buyout market. Guys will get bought out. Just like last year, we got Ben McLemore off the buyout market, right? So guys will get bought out, and we'll have our shot at shooters. But we have to have some shooters. We can't have all shooters, but some are okay with me. If we get Wayne Ellington, I'd be stoked. If we get, Even Carmelo shot 40% from beyond the arc last year. If he can keep that up as a role player, I'd really be excited for that. He said, you never hear any Lakers news because the Lakers are the only franchise that has a legit or it's going to be tampering. Nah, I think the Lakers were recruiting too behind the scenes. But again, earlier today, there were reports of Buddy Hield still being in play. He's still in play for the Lakers. So if that is true, then that would definitely explain what's going on here. What if they're trying to convince your boy Dennis to to get dealt to some team in order to bring back Buddy Hield? I think he has to be included in any deal. So maybe that's why you haven't heard nothing there, right? You gotta stay open-minded, guys. The Clippers want Caruso. Everybody wants Caruso, but please, Caruso, don't make me dislike you, man. Don't go to the Clippers. That's all I ask. Just don't go to the Clippers. Any free agent players I like, just don't go to the Clippers, and I'll continue to like them. Other than that, man, we can't be friends no more. We cannot be friends. No, sir. He said Danny and Howard to LA. That would be dope, Pedro. I can see that happening. Again, the Lakers, there was a report right before I came on here live. I was reading it. They're trying to put the band back together again. So that could even include Avery Bradley. Who knows? But Danny Green and Dwight have been heavily rumored with the Lakers. So let's see if there's any validity to that. This is the moment of truth now. Rumors are done. Now it's all about action. We need that action, boss. Right? He said, what about Oladipo? Oladipo would be fire for me, but I've been hearing that Victor Oladipo might not even get a contract. That's how injured he is. But he'd be somebody for me who, hey, if we can get Jared Dudley a roster spot, take a flyer out on him, because let's just say that he rehabilitates and he gets healthy sooner rather than later. That's a low risk, high reward type player, borderline all-star caliber when he's healthy, right? Hey, what's up, William Scott? Appreciate you, bro. My boy said DSPN. I got you, bro. That's a cool name too, by the way. Definitely. That is a really cool name. Hey, major credit to William Scott for the nickname. DSPN. I like that. He said, it would be insane if we could trade for Buddy Hield and bring back Avery Bradley and Dwight Howard. Anything's possible, Jan. Anything is possible. If that happens, of course, we're going to lose our brains of excitement, and these next 2 months are going to feel eternal. By the way, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. I'll be here covering the California Classic, the first summer league game of the Lakers, man. So that's going to be fun. Everybody's talking about Mac McCullen. Everybody's talking about Ayeyo. All these young prospects. Basically, it's almost like we got free draft picks, because some of these guys, even believe it or not, they forewent getting drafted by certain teams, turning down workouts and stuff to become undrafted free agents with the Lakers. Again, that's Rob Pelinka working his magic. He was working the phones, talking about there's going to be a lot of open roster spots now that we traded everybody away. So, again, I'm looking forward to see what happens there. Summer League actually has some meaning to it, right? So TJ McConnell's deal, he's agreed actually to a 4-year deal worth $35 million to return to Indiana. Very solid role player, TJ McConnell. I actually was interested in him to the Lakers, believe it or not. Off the bench, he would have been dope. But I'm happy for the kid. He makes decent money there as a role player. It's the best time to be an NBA player now, because even role players like TJ McConnell are up in the 35 millions. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? Back in the day, even some star players weren't getting paid that much. Remember? Right? So that's pretty crazy. I am mad we get Lonzo. You're not happy about Lonzo, Sekou? He's gonna turn your feelings around. Trust me. Lonzo Ball is a very legit player. Don't just look at scoring, man. When you look at Lonzo Ball, you have to be objective and look at his overall game. He's a very good defender. He's an excellent playmaker. He's a very good rebounder. And he's just somebody who everybody likes to play with. Zach LaVine is going to get more buckets playing along Lonzo Ball. Same thing for Vucevic. He maximizes players' potentials. Matter of fact, one might argue that Kyle Kuzma's best years were playing along Lonzo Ball, not only because of chemistry and friendship, but because Lonzo is that guy. He just makes players better. No Laker news as of right now, guys. So I'm still waiting. It's been 33 minutes since free agency started. And again, even if I get off with no Laker news, if as soon as I get off, something breaks relating to the Lakers, I'm going to bust a U-turn like that little Simpsons meme, right? When he takes off the hat and puts it back on. I'm busting that U-turn and I'm getting right on this live stream. That's a promise. Lonzo LaVine And Vucevic is nice. I'm saying, if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, you're going to be excited, bro. Trust me. Lonzo leading the fast break is exactly who you want to lead your fast break. My boy said, Dan, Dtlf to the coaching staff, what do you think? I'd love that because then he wouldn't occupy a roster spot and he'd still be very effective in doing what he does best, which is, lightening up the mood in the locker room. You need guys like him and Dwight for chemistry purposes. Remember, our best chemistry year was our championship year, and that was a year that Jared Dudley was in there, Dwight was in there, JaVale McGee. All these guys were great for chemistry because they lighten up the mood, and you got to love it. He said, I hope the Bulls make the playoffs next season. Me too, bro. I'm a Bulls fan. I like the Bulls. I won't call myself a Bulls fan, but I respect the franchise since you guys had, I've been watching y'all. So y'all had Derrick Rose, Ben Gordon, Lil Dang, Joakim. No, that was a dope ass team, man. So, and I know that franchise wants to do things the right way. What I really want is for you guys to come to an agreement with Derrick Rose. I'd love for him to have a heroic send off before he retires. Like he deserves that so bad, man. Derrick Rose is a transcendent player who just was a victim of injuries. That's it. My boy Kevin said, Oladipo said he is down with signing with the Lakers on a veterans minimum, but he is injured still. He will be out for a couple months. Bro, Kevin, if we can get Oladipo on a veterans minimum, I'm not even blinking. I'm doing that deal because, again, last year we had players on the roster who couldn't even see the court. In the last couple of years, we had players on the roster that really can't play. So if you got room for those, trust me, Oladipo, even if it takes him 3/4 of the year to recover, it'd be worth it in the end if he could put on any sort of numbers with us. Any sort. My boy Ozzy, he said, any chance that DeRozan, the pay cut is quite a bit. It's slim to none, bro, to be honest with you. I don't want to lie to you. I'd be shocked if DeMar DeRozan ends up a Laker. But, yeah, I don't think there's a high chance of that. I'd give it, if I had to put it on percentage, it's probably like a 10% chance that happens. And it would take a lot of convincing and maybe backdoor deals to make that happen. Maybe we can get our own version of Uncle Dennis to get him some money, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But bottom line is, I don't expect him to come here. I'm hoping. My home run free agents, I already mentioned them. Obviously, Dwight Howard, having him back would be huge. Otto Porter Jr., Rudy Gay. Players like that would be amazing on the Lakers after what we already acquired. Rudy Gay, man, he lights us up every time we play him. It's time for him to come and play for our roster. And I mean, can you imagine all the puns that there would be if we have Dwight Howard and Rudy Gay in the same locker room for obvious reasons? It would just be fun to watch, man. I'm looking forward to it. But he's a real hooper, man. I'm a big fan. I've always been a fan of Rudy Gay. I think it's time for him to come and win a championship, man, for sure. He said, hey, Dan, love that T-shirt, brother. He said 2022 championship will be ours again. Lakers, baby. Thank you so much, D. Russ. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love the T-shirt, too. I decided it was appropriate to wear it today because, we might have a sprinkle bit of haters in the chat. You just never know. So it's good to remind them who they're talking to. But thanks for the donation, brother. I appreciate you, man. For sure. He said, our front office is real silent right now. Nobody healed news yet. I certainly believe the sign and trade is already done. If that happens, bro, I'm going to lose it on live stream. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm going to go nuts over here. I'm looking forward to any sort of crazy breaking news. But again, realistically, we're looking at the type of free agents I already just mentioned. Again, free agency is crazy, man. You just never know. So far, it's been predictable. I'm waiting for the unpredictable to happen right now. Is Jello playing for the Bulls? No. I believe, I'm not sure if it's official yet, but they were talking about signing him to the Summer League roster to play with the Charlotte Hornets. So that might be an option. I'm rooting for the kid, man. I would hate to see him be the only, person in his family that didn't reach his goals. He's not a failure. He's successful. I think he's doing modeling and side stuff. So, nobody's really a failure in life. It just feels bad when you don't reach your goals in life, It's official. All right. You rang, re-signed with the Mavs? That's hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. But yeah, biggest splash so far has been that of Kyle Lowry, man. Miami Heat, Kyle Lowry. Let's go. Crazy. Kyle Lowry just tweeted that out too right now. So yeah, he's a Heat, man. He's a Heatle. Jello to himself, not D-ball. He's too much into himself. Who knows, bro? It's young to gauge these young players, man. You just never know with these young players. It could be, excuse me. Maybe all he needs is a shot. He hasn't got a shot. Who knows? Imagine he comes in and he's better than Lonzo, or I won't say better than LaMelo, but just as good as one of them. That would be crazy, right? He comes in sniping and just being a consistent player. I'd be happy for him, man. He said DeRozan said uh he is looking at 8 figures, at least 10 million. If we can somehow pull off a sign and trade or get a training exception for Dennis Schroeder or something, then maybe that could happen. But outside of that, man, I don't know. Imagine Russ, LeBron, AD, and on the fast break. Who the hell is stopping that? I don't know, bro. But again, we just have a couple of things to address. We get that right, and it's going to be really hard for anybody to get in front of that fast break for sure. I mean, I played in the rec, man, and I played these, 6'7", really strong, buff guys built like a linebacker. They're coming down if they're coming down the lane, you better believe I'm getting out the way because I'm not taking no damn charge for no rec league. Now imagine LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, aka steroids, and Anthony Davis coming down the lane. That's posters left and right, man, left and right. So, it's a scary sight for the opposition, and it's a sight to behold for Laker fans. We're gonna be just reveling in our success. It's gonna be exciting, man. Yes, sir, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. So don't forget, Monk won't resign with Charlotte. Malik Monk is one of the underrated signings. Whoever gets him is going to get a really good young player. Now, I'm not sure if he's 23 or 24, but, he's somebody who I can definitely see flourishing with us, regardless of the role. Okay, we got more news. Free agent forward Torrey Craig, who, by the way, played excellent for the Suns, has agreed to a 2-year, $10 million deal with the Indiana Pacers. So that's exactly what the Pacers do, man. That is exactly what the Pacers do. So Duncan Robinson got paid. He signed a 5-year, $90 million contract with the Heat. Damn. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. The league really values shooting. That's exactly why I thought Montrezl would be forced to opt in because he does not a shooter. The league values shooting. 5-year, $90 million contract for a role player like Duncan Robinson. They better hope they win a championship soon. Because if not, they're throwing their money away. I like Duncan Robinson, but I'm not sure I would have paid him that much. Jeez. Oh, my goodness, man. That's crazy. Miami paying everybody right now, right? Miami is playing everybody right now. They really think they can win the championship. They think they're that close because of the year they made it to the finals versus us. So, I mean, hey, props to them. That's good for their fans. It gives them hope. But, man, he got paid for reals. He got paid heavy. Jarrett Allen on a 5-year deal to the Cavs. Yes, sir. He said Trey got $170 million. Trey Young deserves everything that's coming his way. Trey Young is a real superstar in his league, and he's young. He already got his team to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he got injured. If he don't get injured, who knows? Now, I still think Milwaukee had the higher chance, but if he doesn't get injured, you just never know. He was balling out, man. Balling out. Yeah, Duncan Robinson, 5-year, $90 million deal. If he was a Laker, would you guys have paid him that much to bring him back? That's my question. I want to know. But to me, he got the guap for real. That's big guap. Dan, can DeRozan go to the Heat now? I'm not sure how their cap situation is looking, but you never know. If he does go to the Heat now that becomes a dangerous team because you got half of the Toronto Raptors with half of the Heat combining forces. Anything can happen. But still, who's Duncan's agent? I don't know, but he's about to get paid. He's going to take a percentage from that contract. How much? I always wonder how much does an agent get paid? For dealing an extension to one of their players. I'm very curious, man. If anybody knows that. So the Hawks and Trey Young are expected to finalize a 5-year, $170 million max contract. Well deserved, man. Shout out to Trey Young, getting the bag. Excellent player. Always been a fan of him since he was in college. Man, in college, I'm telling you. We just lost a good one, guys. Free agent Doug McDermott has agreed to a 3-year, $42 million deal with the San Antonio Spurs. You heard it here first. Reported by Shams. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Doug McBuckets got paid, too. 3-year, $42 million? That's nice. That's really nice. Oh, my God. Role players getting paid. This is the offseason of role players getting paid. But I like it because the main ones are still on the market, and the well is starting to dry up little by little. But yeah, I mean, he would have been dope. Congrats to him for sure. I would have liked Dougie McBuckets. Very good role player. The Heat has $20 million left under the cap. Man, man, if that happens, bruh, if that happens, crazy, right? If DeMar DeRozan goes there, now they're gonna give those Brooklyn Nets a run for their money. You know, if that happens, but I don't know. I don't know. Torrey Craig, great role player, but that's about the same value I would have paid to somebody like Doug McDermott. But the league is overvaluing shooting. To be honest with you, the Spurs landing Doug McDermott just shows me how overvalued the shooting in this league is. It is. It truly is. He said, "Wish Chris Bosh was still playing." Yeah, Chris Bosh had to retire unfortunately early, but well, breaking news: free agent Chris Paul reaches an agreement with the Phoenix Suns on a 4-year, $120 million deal. Oh, man, they gave him the bag. $120 million for 4 years. That's crazy. I didn't think at this age Chris Paul would be a $30 million a year player. That's nuts, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Now we see why he opted out. Now we see that. So Chris Paul's off the market. 30 mil a year. I'm not paying him that. Not at his age. His contract expires when he's 40. That means at 39, he's still making $30 million a year. Oh my goodness. Wow. And only because of a fluke season where we got hurt and they got lucky enough to make it to the finals. That's crazy, man. They're going to regret it maybe like 2 years into the contract. That's when it's really going to sting, when they're locked in. But the only way they'll be happy is if they get a championship out of it. They won't. The Lakers are there. The Warriors are coming back stronger than ever. And that's about it. Those two should dominate the West. That's crazy, man. 30 mil a year for Chris Paul. I'm happy we didn't get him. That's for sure. That was an overpayment. For sure. That's crazy, man. He said, Dan, CP3 is not overrated. He said, Jimmy Buckets got 184 mil. I'm talking about his age. All right. And by the way, Chris Paul is overrated to me. At his age, he is overrated. He's getting paid like a superstar. And yeah, he had a great season. Cool. But 30 million a year at his age, man, they really compensating him for making the finals. That's what that is. That's basically Chris Paul just said, you know what? I'm the player. I'm the, MBPA associated. I'm the leader of the NBA Players Association. I got all these Geico commercials. I'm a superstar. I'm selling tickets, and I got y'all to the finals. What you got on my 40? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, 30 million? My God, bro. My God. And it's not like he's Russell Westbrook and he's 31, 32. Nah, this man is old, man. And he's getting older. The older he gets, the more his body's going to break down, especially the way he plays. Hell no, I wouldn't want a 40-year-old. Well, they're going to have to deal with that. And then what happens is that if he doesn't bring the same production then the next year or the year after that, now they're looking to trade him, and some other team he'll be somebody else's problem. The finger pointing always starts when you overpay a star player and they don't perform. The finger pointing will start. Crazy, 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 crazy. He said that shows Chris Paul's value of money over winning. He actually thinks, he actually thinks that he's worth that much. It's not. He actually thinks they can still win, right? So it's not that he values money over winning. It's that he wants both. He wants both things. He wants the Suns to make it back to the finals again, and he wants to get paid. Hey, congratulations to him, man. I ain't never hated on nobody else getting paid. That's good for him, man. Good for him. Bad for Suns fans after year 2 or 3 of that contract, but good for him for sure. Is it Chris Paul's a narcissist? The Suns are insane for giving him that kind of contract. By the way, thank you for what you do. You're my source for everything Lakers. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Juan. Yeah, man. I mean, what it is it's a market like Phoenix. They don't know how to act when they get a little bit of success. They start getting all kinds of trigger happy and paying all kinds of people. They pull in the trigger on contracts left and right. So, yeah, I mean, they're not going to make it into the finals during that whole contract. Trust me. Something insane would have to happen. They would have to land Kawhi or somebody like that to have a shot at making it to the finals again. It's not going to repeat itself. Trust me. It's not. You heard it here first. Dan, what the Lakers waiting on? I don't know, man. They could be working something behind the closed doors. They could be working something behind closed doors for sure. Because, when Rob goes quiet like this, the Godfather is working on a grandmaster deal. So we'll see. Hey, Dan, big fan. What do you think of signing Melo and also bringing Evan Fournier? Evan Fournier would be awesome, even though he didn't really perform well in Boston. Signing Melo, I think that's a given. I think it's going to happen. I'm happy because he's about to get his first championship. So, yeah, I'm happy for him, man. He's putting his work around the league. But I'm looking at the big fish right now. Otto Porter, guys like that. Dwight, I think we need Dwight back. Some shooters would be nice. Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, maybe Rudy Gay. People like that would be awesome, man. So my boy said 1,100 people in the live stream, Dan. We've actually had up to 2,000 people here. No, I think one time up to 3. So we've had some big events here in the past, man. So if you guys are just joining the live stream, welcome. Settle in because we're still waiting for the Laker news. I'm probably going to go up until 4:30. I'll probably go up until 4:30, and then for sure I'll get off up until anything breaks. Because you never know, this could go into the night, and I definitely can't be here all night. It'd be nice, right? But he said good things happen when the Lakers go quiet. I'm excited. Rob Pelinka is a different type of general manager. He's not out here announcing every single deal before it happens. However, rumor was that Ben McLemore to the Lakers still not Ben McLemore. I'm sorry, Buddy Hield to the Lakers is still very probable. It could still happen. So I don't know what the percentages on that are, but it sounds to me, based on the reports and what I read, that it's still a 50-50, that the Lakers are looking for a 14 to work in a deal. Now that makes me question: are the Lakers going to include THC in that package, or maybe the 2 second-round picks we got from the Wizards to sweeten the pot, or is it just going to be Kuz rerouted with Trez, or is it going to be Dennis? Like, there's options. What's going to happen? Hey, Dan, do you think Caruso will stay or will he leave? I hope he stays, but I think he's leaving. That's to be honest with you guys, because some team's going to look at the way role players are being paid. If some team gives him a 3-year, $13 million, $14 million a year deal, he's going to take that. We can't afford that right now. But I don't blame him, I think he leaves, but I hope he stays. That's how I feel about him. But I'm not going to be mad at him unless he joins the Clippers. But other than that, I'll be happy for him, man. I'll be happy. The guy put in work. It's time for him to put his family in the best position possible moving forward. So according to reports, Goran Dragic, first choice would be to be rerouted to the Mavs. Dallas Mavericks getting Goran Dragic. That would be interesting. I'm not sure how that would work. He would turn into kind of like an off-ball point guard, or would he be a 6-man? I'm not sure. But that's something for sure. Still, the big fish are still available. Otto Porter, Rudy Gay, Carmelo, Dwight, still all on the board right now. So that's the good news. That is the great news. He said Caruso needs blunt money. Stop it. Stop it, Rick James. He said Dragic getting traded to the Mavs. I hope AC Fresh stays. If he leaves, he got to drop the White Mamba name. Ouch. Nah, he put in the work, bro. He put in the work for sure. How Luka and Dragic gonna work? I don't know. I would bring Dragic. I would bring him off the bench personally. He's not starting material at this point of his career, especially if you want the main ball handler, the primary ball handler, to be Luka Doncic. Hey, thanks, William. Absolutely, bro. He said, who's going to be our first free agent? Lakers? My gut tells me it's going to be Dwight or Carmelo. That's my gut, though. My gut just telling me Dwight, Carmelo keeps popping up in my head. I feel like that sounds very likely. That's right, Kevin. He said 3,000. I can't even count that high. It's amazing. Stop it. You can count that high. And by the way, the one time we had 3,000 in here, it was so hard. It was so hard to read comments that I was only reading the super chat comments, Like, so if you really need, I'm not asking you guys for a donation or nothing, but if you really need your comment to be read, just drop $1 or whatever, and it'll get read for sure. If you can 50 cents, 50 cents. You know, especially if it ever gets that packed again. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. He said the New York Yankees are the greatest sports franchise in American history. Nope. I don't know about all that, man. It's Laker Nation over here. You're barking up the wrong tree, bruh. He said DeMar, Carroll, Whiteside, Carmelo, and Whiteside. I prefer Dwight over Whiteside, but I'm not mad if we get Hassan because he is a rim protector. He's a big body for sure. He sets hard screens, so I'm not mad at it, but I want Dwight. That's what I want. Alex is trying to buy a dispensary. Y'all got jokes, man. A man can never slip, huh? Because if a man slips, y'all going to just always drag him, huh? I'm happy-go-lucky unless Caruso goes to the Clippers. Yeah, that would really ruin my day for sure. Am I bouncing at 4? I'll stay up until 4:30, just in case it gets juicy. But like I said, I'll come back on if nothing pops off before then. I'm right here live with you guys, man. You can also follow me on Twitter here. Here's the link. I'll post the link right below the comment section, right there. All right, all my information is right there. Follow me on Twitter for all the latest, guys. You know, I'm right here, just keeping up to date. You know. He said I dropped 100 in the chat by using emojis. That's funny. We getting Dwight or Avery? I'd love both of them. I mean, I'm not upset at either one. But right now, my fingers are tired from scrolling, guys. My phone is saying no more. We got to hold on to THC. That's a given. I don't think he's going anywhere unless he gets traded in a package for a better player. But yeah, I think THC is here to stay for a long time. So get used to him, guys. And we'll see. No news is good news. But keep bringing your news. I got you, bro. I like that. My boy got a rapper mindset, huh, with the poetry. Dan, I hear the Lakers want to re-sign our 2020 roster. You know what, Ashley? That wouldn't be such a bad idea. If we end up with Avery Bradley, Dwight Howard, and Danny Green, those guys bring that winning experience, that good chemistry. And, you know, obviously they're not going to be the only players, but I would like it. Sure. Dan, did you see my email? No. I rarely check my emails. He said, are we getting Iggy? No. As of right now, no. Dwight is old. That doesn't matter, man. Dwight is still producing. I think he still averaged like 8.8 rebounds last year coming off the bench for the Sixers. So he can still produce. He got the energy. He can block shots. He's still catching lobs, man. Dwight Howard, old or not, he's still Superman. He's out here, man. Dan, if Caruso leaves, who's gonna bail him out of jail when he stopped by 50? That's funny, bro. Avery Bradley? Hell no. I'm open-minded, man. I'm open-minded to it. I'm not gonna say hell no to nobody because I feel like the Lakers know what they're doing. Is he my favorite option? Not really, but you know, can it work? Yeah. Yes, sir. He said, we want Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield would be like just a godsend. Buddy Hield on the Lakers would be the remedy to everybody's tears. You know, everybody talking about shooting. That would be such a remedy for sure. We need to make a trade for Buddy Hield. I don't care what the future draft capital we got to give up right now to go all in to win the chip. We don't have any draft capital outside of the 2 second-round picks we got from Washington, and even that deal is not finalized yet. So we're going to find out how they're going to rework that for sure. So yeah, as far as draft capital and all that, I don't know. You said or the Celtics or the Nets. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenarios, the Clippers. Those are the other worst case scenarios, Kevin. I agree. What about Otto Porter? That's my main target. That's why I really hope that the Lakers acquire. If we get Otto Porter, it's a wrap for the league. 3-and-D guy. He can play the 4, a little bit of 3. I put him at the 2 just to freak people out. You know, he doesn't have to really handle the ball. He could be a spot up 2. It's a positionless league, so you can do anything you want. You know, as far as but I like size on my team. So, you know, the bigger the better. That's what she said. He said, you're doing a great job. Appreciate you, JB. Thank you, bro. It's a pleasure, man. It's fun. Free agency has been fun so far. Let's hope that is real fun by the end of the night. He said the Lakers sign a trade with Schroeder is going to get us Buddy Hield. I hope so, Lawrence, because let me tell you something, man. If Dennis wants to be a jerk and he wants to go somewhere else just to spite us without doing the sign and trade, then we're going to end up getting nothing for Dennis, which I'm okay with at this point. I just want him off the team, whatever. But we'll see. Look, anything is possible right now. Rumors are going crazy, man. Everybody's tweeting. You know, Buddy Hield just tweeted, "It's a whole lot of money in this MF." I don't know what that means. Uh, but again, just a bunch of cryptic stuff going on right now, just left and right, man. And honestly, I have zero clue. Like if I had to predict right now who's a Laker by the end of the offseason, no clue. I can guess in the names that have been already linked to us. But Rob Pelinka is like that, man. He's very unpredictable. Love what he's doing. He said, "You're going to have to come back at 5 p.m. Rob is working his magic. It's going to take a while." I'll come back. Soon as anything breaks, if it's the smallest role player or the biggest role player we can get, I'm right here with you guys breaking it all down. Matter of fact, I think I should get off right now just in case, man. That way we can come back and react as soon as it happens. I'm going to go take a little lunch break, and I'll be back right here, man. I'll be back right here to break it all down. I'll take a couple more questions before I get off and see what happened. He said, "I hope I'm wrong, but I feel we're waiting for the fourth team to join on the Buddy Hield trade. If no team comes up, I think it's going to cost us THT. What do you think, Dan?" Could happen, bro. I'm truly scared of that being the scenario, but I'd be okay if it ends up being Buddy Hield, because even though I think THC has more potential, we're in it to win it now, right? So I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. I'm gonna cut it off right there. I might come back at 5, 6, 7, whatever it takes. If it's 5 minutes from now, I'll log back in. So keep it locked right here. Make sure you guys have your post notification bells and all that good stuff ready to go, man, because we're gonna break this all down as soon as it goes down. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for now. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace out.